We're on Shabbat, Perek Tet, Mishnah Aleph. As I mentioned in previous Mishnayot, for whatever reason, I'm not entirely sure, the Mishnah now takes a left turn and has a bunch of non sequiturs that relate to Asmachtot. How do we know? Minayin. We're going to learn this question. From where do we know? And so the Bartanura says it might very well be because we learned in the last Mishnah that there was a machloket and they wanted to know where do we have a reference in Tanakh that the size of a cheres should be for Hotza'ah, and we learned from Yeshayahu, V'lo yimatzei b'michtato, so therefore we're now going to learn other Asmachtot. Others suggest that this Asmachtot is also from Yeshayahu, Perek Lamed, and that's the same Perek that we just had the Asmachtot from before, so the Mishnah is like, once we're talking about Asmachtot, and Asmachta, actually if you don't know what that is, I should probably just write the word, okay, and Asmachta is a halacha, okay, let me just skip down to the bottom here. I'll share with you if you don't know what the word, an Asmachta, okay, is a kind of a reference that we have into a halachic concept, okay, Kraid Asmachta, it's a reference. It's not a proof, but it's a sort of an illusion, and from there we can derive certain ideas, but it's certainly not a mitzvah or a halacha, it's an Asmachta. Okay, anyway, I'm Rabbi Akiva, with that introduction. Said Rabbi Akiva, Minayin la'avodat kochavim shemata mitam'a b'masa kenida. How do we know that idolatry, I guess it means the actual idol, okay? That if you carry an idol, if you carry idolatry, you're tameh b'masa. There's different types of masa, okay? So one is, we have masa, if you carry something, and one is maga. So we're familiar with tumat maga. Tumat maga is when you touch it. Let me make this a little bigger so you can see it. Tumat maga is when you touch something that's tameh. If the properties are severe enough, you become tameh as well. Of a lesser level, it transfers tuma. There's also another thing called tumat masa. Tumat masa is, let's say I carry something, okay, but I'm not actually touching it. So I'm holding this towel, as you can see. But if I put these headphones in the towel, okay, you can see the headphones. I'm not touching the headphones, but I'm carrying them. That's tumat masa. That's masa. If the headphones are tameh sufficiently, even if I don't touch them, I can have tumat masa. So, how do we know that if you carry avodah kochavim, if I'm carrying it in a bag, I'm not touching it, shemitam'a b'masa, that it makes the person who's carrying it tameh kenida, like a nida, okay, like the rules of tumat nida. Shneimar, as it says, tizrem kimo dava, say tomar lo. That's the pasuk. Tizrem kimo mada. Now, of course, we have to look in the pasuk in Yeshayahu. So, in this section in Yeshayahu is talking about the good times of the Bnei Israel when the Jewish people returned to Hakadosh Baruch Hu. And he says the following: Ki am b'tzion yeshei b'Yerushalayim. The nation will sit in Yerushalayim. B'cholo tivkeh, you will not cry. Chanon yechoncha lekol za'akecha kishamato anach. He will be gracious unto thee at the voice of your cry. He shall hear, and God will answer you. V'natan lachem, I'm going to etc., etc., etc. V'titeitem et sipui psilei kaspecha. You will defile the graven images, which is overlaid with silver. V'et afudat masechat zavecha. And the molten image was covered with gold. Here's the pasuk from the Mishnah. Tizreim kimo dava, say tomar lo. You shall tizreim, these road, you will put them far away. You will scatter them around. Kimo dava, as one is unclean. You will tizreim, scatter them, send them away like a dava. Dava is another word for nida. Say tomar lo, and you will say tomar lo. You will say, get out. So this tizreim kimo dava is talking about that psilei kaspecha. So the pasuk compares psilim, the pesel, the avodah zarah, with dava, and dava is another word for nida. Psilim kimo dava, kolomar yi beinecha kizarim. Idolatry should be in your eyes like a stranger. Kimo dava ki isha nida, because it says va'dava menidata, and the pasuk is talking about avodah zarah. So ma nida, and so now since the pasuk in Yeshayahu compared idolatry to a nida. Ma nida mitama b'masa, just like the halacha of nida is. There's tumat nida, tumat b'masa. Okay, hanoseota, if you carry tuma, he says about it, but nida also, tumat nida. Yechabes begadav, you have to, yechabes begadav in halacha context means you have to put your clothing that you wear to the mikvah, even if you didn't touch it. Okay? So ma nida mitama b'masa, af avodah zarah mitama b'masa. Even if it is also to be Masad, that's the opinion of Rabbi Akiva, and he learns it all from Asmachta of Tizreim Kimo Dava, which compares. So since the pasuk compares compares Tumat Nida to Avodah Zarah, from there we learn that Rabbi Akiva derives, or he has an Asmachtot for the halachah, that it's Tamtu Mitama B'masa and not only B'maga. We'll stop here. As always, comments or questions, feel free to contact me at rspolter@gmail.com. People haven't contacted me in a while, but that's okay. I will dedicate the learning to the memory of my father, Rav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Have a good day.